Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grace Regato softball field. For Greater Boston League softball, it seems strange to say Greater Boston League when it's Lynn, English, and Revere. Revere just left the Northeastern Conference. English jumped out as well. Janessa Lopez on the mound. Lynn English, and I apologize up front. English uniforms look good, but you can't tell the numbers on the back. They might as well not have numbers. The numbers are really almost obliterated. Would have been nice if they put like bright white letters on the back, but they got maroon, and which is dark, and the dark numbers besides. So it's virtually impossible at the distance we're at to read the numbers. I'm looking at the center fielder who's not that far away from me, and I can't tell what her number is. I know what it is by the roster, but so if there's anybody batting for somebody or running for somebody, or they make a replacement during the game, we're probably not going to know. And I also apologize up front because the only thing I have are the last names for Revere. So that was Miranda leading off for Revere, drawing a walk. Both teams are looking for their first win. Autumn Whitney is behind the plate for Lynn English, and I mentioned Lopez on the mound. Swing and a miss. English got Mercy rule, but it wasn't that bad. It's a 12-run rule. The Mercy rule they lost. I think they told me it was 15-3. But Revere had a very difficult time with Lynn Glasgow. They gave up 29 runs as Martelli, the designated player, strikes out swinging for the first out. Qualtran, the pitcher, is the hitter. Hit in the air. Off the second baseman's glove. They had a play at second, but they threw it away. So Qualtran will reach on the error. They didn't have to throw it quite that hard in the second base. The runner couldn't leave the bag at first because they didn't know whether the ball was going to be caught or not. So it was an easy play at second, but they threw a laser beam shot in the dirt, skipped past the shortstop, and both runners are safe. And this is Doucette, the right fielder, the hitter. Revere lost just about everybody from last year's team. They got to rebuild all over. They're always one of the better teams, whether it's the Northeastern Conference or the Greater Boston League. And they got a new coach also at Revere. Puffy white clouds, big blue sky, sun shining. But when the sun kind of dwindles a little bit, the breeze comes up, it gets cold down here. Hit to third. They'll tag the runner going to third. Nice play by Perez. So 2 on, 2 out for Louisa, the third baseman. Hit the shot. Very nice play by Martinez. Over to LeBoy. So the walk and the error don't hurt. 2 nice infield plays at short and third by Perez and Martinez, which Revere down in the top of the first. And for English, it'll be Leania Pinero, the center fielder, leading off. Kelsey McNeil will play left field and bat second. Catching and batting third is Autumn Whitney. The third baseman, Jerry Perez, will hit in the cleanup spot. Playing first base and hitting fifth, Ariana LeBoy. The pitcher, Janessa Lopez, will hit number 6. Playing second base and hitting seventh, Kate Johansson. Angela Martinez, the shortstop, hits number 8. And Ariana Reynoso, the right fielder, will hit number 9. They're not using a designated player. Qualtran on the mound for Revere. As I mentioned, both teams looking for their first win. English trying to make it 2 in a row for Lynn teams here at the Grace Regatta Field. St. Mary's got a big win over arch rival Fenwick. Always a big win for St. Mary's. So St. Mary's will look to make it a sweep here at the Grace Regatta Field. And again, a big tip of the hat. And he was here again. Dave Raymond. He spends his life down here at the Grace Regatta Field in the Babe Ruth Complex. He does a tremendous job. He was out lying the field, putting the foul lines down, cleaning off the mound, putting the batting box in, flattening everything out. He works tirelessly down here, keeping this field in really good shape. He does a terrific job. And I honestly think he doesn't get paid a penny. I think he's just doing it. In for a strike. Leania Pinero, the center fielder, hitting from the left side. Hit back to the mound. Nice play by the pitcher, Qualtran. As that gets by, it's a base hit. One up, one down. Kelsey McNeil, the left fielder, takes it high for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And one of those oddities, we got a left-handed catcher, Cadrain. Sitting low for a ball. Threw it up and in, he swung right through it. Chase that pitch, it was down, it goes to the backstop, she's going to reach. So it's a strikeout for Qualtran, but McNeil becomes a base runner. Autumn Whitney, the catcher, is the hitter. Waves at the pitch. Nice stop by the catcher, Cadrain. Off the catcher's glove to the backstop. The wild pitch will move the runner into scoring position. Pitch is high over the head of the catcher. He reached up, tried to get it off the glove. High again for a ball. The walk and the pitch going to the backstop. We'll put the runner at first and we'll put the runner at third. So first and third with one out. Jerry Perez takes the pitch for a strike. Jeez, that pitch was down in the dirt. The hitter can't really go. First base was occupied. The hitter can't go to first base. But she ran anyway. And they threw it down. They get the strikeout. And now on the strikeout, the run scores and the runner goes to second base. So the hitter is automatically out because first base is occupied. Even though the runner was going to second, at the time of the pitch, the base was occupied. So they didn't have to throw the runner out at first base. But when they did that, McNeil was able to score from third. Whitney was going to second anyway. So they would have been able to hold the runner at third. The hitter would have been automatically out. Instead, now English gets a run and takes the lead. So English got a break there. Hit in here to center field. Coming on, had it, dropped it. Into second. The runner, I'm not sure why the runner at second base held up 2 outs. The runner should have scored from second base. This has been a bizarre inning. With 2 outs, the runner at second should have been running. She would have scored easily. Instead, she was going back to second base thinking the ball was caught. If the ball was caught, it was the third out. And she wound up going only to third base. So Revere blessed English with a run, and English reciprocated by taking a run away. So a strikeout that reached, a walk, a couple of wild pitches, and then that bizarre throw to first base that didn't have to be made to score the run. That's going to drop for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. That was Janessa Lopez helping herself. The pitcher gets a base hit. So they get the run anyway. I guess they wanted to stay on base and give Lopez the RBI. Kate Johansson, the second baseman, And the wild pitch will move the runner to second base. Chasing that high pitch, swinging right through it. Off the catcher, the runner doesn't go. Backing away from that and swinging it, knocking it foul. High for a ball. And that's ball 4. So first and second with 2 outs. Angelo Martinez, the 8th hitter in the inning for English. He's the shortstop. Swings through the pitch. The runners go. That takes away a force out on a ground ball at any base. And now a ground ball have to go to first. That one skips past, but not far enough for anybody to go anywhere. High for a ball. Hit foul out of play. Up and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. So English sends 8 to the plate. They get only 1 base hit in the inning, but they score 3 runs. At the end of 1, English leads Revere 3-0. Cardinello, the first baseman, will lead off Revere in the top of the second inning. And Revere is now in a 3-run hole as English gets 3 on the first. Lopez on the mound for English. She got the only hit in the first inning. It was a big one, knocking in 2 runs. So it was a bizarre inning. Revere throwing out a strikeout at first base that they didn't have to throw out because first base was occupied. And on the throw, the runner scored. And then English almost gave up a run when he went back to tag up at second base on a fly ball to center field. It would have been the 3rd out. They lucked out because the ball was dropped, the runners were safe, and then the pitcher got the big hit, knocking in 2 runs. And now Casanello gets a leadoff hit. First hit for Revere to start the second inning. off the catcher will move the runner down. High and away for a ball. Ball 4 goes to the backstop. The runner goes to third. So a hit, a walk, and a wild pitch. Actually, 2 wild pitches to put runners at first and third for Goudrain, the catcher. High and tight for a ball. In for a strike. Hit to right field, right at the shoe tops. 1 run will score on the base hit. First and second for Revere. Goudrain gets an RBI hit. And Revere cuts into that 3-0 deficit, makes it 3-1. Calderon, the left fielder. And the wild pitch will move to Tang runs in the scoring position. So that momentum for English, short-lived. Waves at that pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Nice job by the center fielder Pinero, gliding over and making the play. Calderon hit it well. Behind you, Pinero tracked it down for the first out. And we're back to the top of the order. Miranda, the center fielder. She walked. Hit the shot. Nice job by the shortstop. Martinez knocked it down very quickly through a laser beam over the first. Miranda will get an RBI with Noriega scoring from third on the ground out. The tying run moves over to third. And the hitter will be Martelli, who struck out swinging back in the first inning. It's a foul past first base. It's foul again. This game and the game before it, St. Mary's beating Fenwick, both games were supposed to be played tomorrow. This being Tuesday, the games were supposed to be played on Wednesday. But knowing that Wednesday is going to be a washout with heavy, heavy rain, and the field being open today, they moved the games to today rather than tomorrow. We'll see what happens the rest of the week with rain in the schedule. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So she gets Martelli for the second time. But Revere gets back in it. They pick up 2. They left the tying run at third. We'll be moving into the bottom of the second inning. Lopez picked up her second strikeout, both of them Martelli. And for English, it'll be 9-1-2. He'll be facing Qualtrin, starting her second inning of work. Greater Boston League action with English and Revere, both looking for their first wins of the season. And we're underway here at LETV, Channel 15, with yet another season. It was nice to get through a hockey, basketball, full season. Doing it very well with Lynn well represented in the state tournament. Lynn English boys and girls, classical girls, Lynn Tech girls, and of course St. Mary's boys and girls both won state championships. So a good year, considering we have 5 teams in the city. To get all those teams qualifying and have 2 win the state championship is phenomenal. Yeah, we had St. Mary's boys and girls hockey get St. Mary's girls made it to the semis. Boys made it to the quarters in the tournament. So a great year in sports, a full year in sports for the first time. Getting back somewhat to normal, if we remember how that was. Hit the first. The first baseman will beat Reynoso to the bag for the first out. So 3 unassisted for the first out. It'll bring up Leania Pinero, who bounced to the pitcher. Her 1 trip. Hit to third, off the shortstop. Can't get it. She flies down the line. She got down there very quickly. She'll reach on the error. I'm not sure the shortstop could have thrown her out, even if she fielded it. Boy, she flies down the line. Kelsey McNeil. She struck out, but the ball got away from the catcher, and she wound up reaching first and scored a run. Now, there goes the runner down to second. She's like automatic. She flies around Pinero. So English has a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Solid shot by the left field. That's going to go all the way back to the fence. Extra bases. Around second. They're going to send her home. And she's home standing up with a home run. She lined it by the left fielder. A solid shot by McNeil. So English quickly gets those 2 runs back. Hit in the air, it's going to go foul and out of play. Revere got 2. After English got 3, Revere got 2 to get back in it. English says we'll get those 2 runs right back. The error and a solid shot by McNeil for a home run. Inside the park job. Hit in the air to left field. Backing up. Making the play is Calderon, the left fielder. So Autumn Whitney, who had walked and scored her first trip, hit it well, but got under it enough to keep it in play, and Calderon tracked it down for the second out. Jerry Perez, the third baseman, is the hitter. High and tight for ball two. Low for ball three. Perez was a strikeout victim. And that's ball four. So the 2-out walk extends the inning for Ariana LeBoy, who reached on an error. Hers was the play. She hit the ball to center field. The runner at second with 2 outs. Took off to third, and when it looked like the ball might be caught, she stopped and came back to tag up at second, and there were 2 outs. She could have scored on the play. It looked like English might have been out from getting a run. But then Lopez come up with a big hit to knock in 2 to get the run in. Hit back to the mound. And that'll do it. But the big hit, the 2-run home run by McNeil, gets English their 3-run cushion back after Revere had cut it to 1. The 2-run home run makes it 5-2 English at the end of 2 innings. Qualtran, the pitcher, swings and misses at the first pitch. She reached on an error back in the first inning. That one bounces in. Hit by the shortstop in the left field for a base hit. Qualtran's on for the second time. She gets a leadoff single. And for the second inning in a row, Revere has the leadoff hitter on base. Actually, the third inning in a row, they drew a walk leading off the game. Doucette reached on a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss. She grounded to third and they tagged the runner. Going to third. Nice stop by the catcher, Whitney. Chased that high pitch and fouled it to the backstop. Swing and a miss. Good job by Lopez. Picks up her third strikeout. Down and in for a ball. Louisa, the third baseman, is the hitter. Now we got a trip out to the mound. Meeting of the minds with everybody but the outfielders. And the outfielders don't want to be left out, so they make their own little committee meeting out in center field. Walton is running it first. Usually a pitcher gets on, they have a pinch runner. Can run for the pitcher and the catcher as many times in the game as they get on base. And they can stay in the game even if it's once every inning or three or four times a game. Whatever it is, they can stay in. Kind of help speed up the game. Would have been a wild pitch, except it's ball 4. So first and second, with one out. Casanel got a base hit and scored the first run for Revere in the second inning. Nice stop by Whitney again. Popped up. Third baseman Perez makes the play in foul territory for the second out. Noriega, the shortstop, walked and scored. Hit by third base down the left field side. That's going to score 1. Noriega's on for the second time. She had walked and scored. She gets the RBI single. Walton, the pitcher, scores the run. And Revere gets a little closer at 5-3. In for a strike. Reached for that one and fouled it off. Cadrain, the catcher, got a base hit, knocked in a run in the second inning. Down the way for a ball. Drop foul behind home plate. Call third strike right down the pipe. Nice pitch. Looked like she may have taken something off. So Revere gets another run with the 2-out hit by Noriega. They closed the gap to 5-3. 2 hits, the walk helped. Lopez picks up 2 strikeouts. She's got 4 in 3 innings. And we'll move into the bottom half of the third inning with English on top, 5-3. And it will be 6, 7, and 8 for English. We hope you enjoyed the basketball hockey season on LETV. And now we're starting full blast. We had a short time off. Between seasons, and now we're back in the swing of things starting. We started the baseball season yesterday with a doubleheader, St. Mary's winning and English winning. Classical also won on the road, so Lynn had a big day yesterday in baseball. And now English leading here. They're looking to have Lynn go 2-0 here at Grace Regato Field today. English looking for their first win. Classical got their first win yesterday. Tech and Kip are opening up their season. They've already opened up. They played this afternoon at Fraser. That game over by now. So we're back in the swing of things here on LETV. Nice to be back. That layoff, I was driving my wife crazy. And I was going bad. You're trying to find something to do after you do so much. You're moving all the time, and all of a sudden everything stops dead. And you're looking for things to do. Janessa Lopez, the pitcher, will lead it off. She got a big 2 RBI single her first trip, a big 2-out hit. Well, it looked like English gave a run away. Lopez knocked it in. Hit back to the mound. Quattran makes another play. She's made a play an inning. Hits back to the mound. Kate Johansson drew a walk her first trip. And there's another play by Quattran. That's her 4th assist. To go along with a couple of strikeouts, she's involved in 6 of the 8 outs. Off the right fielder's glove. She did a nice job covering the ground. She had to go way to her right. Doucette was there. She had it, and it just popped out of her glove. So the error extends the inning for Adriana Reynoso, who bounced to the first baseman her one trip. That one goes all the way to the backstop on the fly. So English has another runner in scoring position with 2 outs. High again, and the runner takes off. They threw the ball back to the pitcher. They didn't hold Martinez. She steals third. They lobbed the ball back to the pitcher, and when she saw that, she just took off. And there's another play. So all 3 outs in this 3rd inning are ground balls back to the mound. 5 assists in 3 innings for Quattran, the pitcher. So English leaves a runner at 3rd. We played 3 full. English leading Revere 5-3 at the end of 3. 9-1-2 for Revere. Hit in the air to the shortstop. Martinez makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out as Cauldron pops it up. Top of the order, Miranda reached on a walk, and she got an RBI when she grounded out short to first. She knocked in the 2nd run in the 2nd inning. Hit in the air to center field, starting to come on, then has to back up over her head, and it's a double for Miranda. Pinero, for a minute, didn't think it was hit as hard as it was. She took 2 or 3 steps towards home plate, didn't realize it was over her head. She had to go back and chase it. And Miranda's on for the 2nd time. She gets a double. Up and away for a ball. Popped up. Long run, out of play. Catcher, first baseman, both going. Whitney, the catcher, LeBoy, the first baseman, both trying to make a play. That one goes to the backstop. Miranda moves over to 3rd. Chop foul behind home plate. Chased that pitch. It was way up out of the strike zone. And it's ball 4. Third walk given up by Lopez. Qualtran, the pitcher. She's been on base twice. She reached on an error, singled, and scored. And she hits the pitch foul off the backstop. She's helped herself on the mound, making 5 plays in 3 innings. 5 of the 9 outs have been assists by her. That one skips by. The runner will move down to second base. So Revere threatening again, second and third, 1 out. Qualtran can help herself get back in the game. Hit the shot. They throw her out at first. Nice play again by Martinez, the shortstop. Qualtran gets an RBI. Martelli moves over to third on the play. Touchette, who reached on infield, forced play. And last time up, she struck out swinging. So Revere would love to get this runner home from third. And they do with a line shot to left field. Touchette got all of that one. That was a laser beam by the third baseman, Perez. So Revere gets their second 2-run inning. Every other inning, they're getting 2. And they trail it now 5-4 as they get a little momentum back. Louisa, the third baseman, grounded out, shot to first, and walked. Hey, the runner going, steals second. He tried to throw it down. It just slipped out of the hands of Whitney and it wound up bouncing and going over the shortstop. So the tying runner's in scoring position. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. So the strikeout leaves the tying run at third, gets English out of the inning, but Revere creeps a little closer. They get 2 more on the board. They did it with 2 base hits with a walk. Lopez picked up her 5th strikeout. And it's now 5-4. English leading. And it'll be the top of the order for English in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be in full swing with softball, baseball. And we hope that this is getting us back to where we want to be, where we were a few years ago, moving along until up popped COVID-19 and demolished everything. And I want to take a moment to mention that horrific fire on Broadway that wiped out everything. The place burnt to the ground. Thank God there was nobody inside. Nobody got hurt. But they're hurt enough with losing everything. Nothing could be saved. And I hope you'll pay attention to the newspapers and any other avenues that they can think of to make contact with people in the city. They're going to be doing fundraising for the family from that horrific fire on Broadway, trying to raise money to help them get back on their feet and get their lives back. I just don't know what you do when you wake up one day and everything is gone. One of the family members is an athlete in classical softball. Had a great game and pitched a great game for classical in their opening win, but it had to be with a heavy heart. Popped up to the third baseman in foul territory, so they get Pinero. So, if and when you see, I think they're going to have something at maybe at Gannon Golf Course, or they're planning something. Hopefully they can get it going, and the city of Lynn, as they usually do, the city is great getting behind and helping those that need it. We take a lot of knocks from people that don't live in the city, but we all know what a great city Lynn is and how they get behind everybody, and we hope you'll pay attention and get involved in any way you can. Donate anything, whether it's money or clothes or whatever it may be that can be of help to that family that's in dire straits. We wish them the best. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to that family. And also the family from Chestnut Street that had a horrible time as well. Hopefully the families will be able to recover. Hit to third as off the glove of the first baseman. And McNeil will reach for the third time. She reached when she struck out, the ball got away from the catcher. She hit a 2-run home run, a solid shot to left field. Now she reaches on error. She's hit the trifecta, getting on base 3 times. Autumn Whitney walked and scored, fly to left. Hit back to who else? The pitcher. Qualtran makes another play. She made all 3 plays in the third. She's made 6 assists. 11 outs. She's got 6 assists. So she's surely helping herself. Popped up. Third baseman just couldn't get to it. Jerry Perez has struck out and walked. She's the Lady Bulldog third baseman. High for a ball. The catcher Cadrain making sure the runner was going back to second base. She's already had one case with when she threw the ball back to the pitcher. The runner took off for third. So she's making sure she holds that runner at second base. Jump foul again over the English dugout. In for strike 3. So English gets a runner in scoring position. We've completed 4 here at the Grace Regato Field. English holding on to a slim 5-4 lead over Revere. Casanello, the first baseman, leads it off for Revere in the 5th inning. Nice job again. Martinez, the shortstop, has been outstanding. She had to go almost behind the second base bag, and she made a perfect throw and a nice stretch over at first base by LeBoy, and they take a hit away for Casanello. Outstanding defensive play by Martinez. Looked like it was going into center field for a base hit. And it was still a tough play. She had to go way to her left to get it, then turn to make the throw, and she put a dot over to LeBoy, who made the nice stretch, and they get the out. So good job all around. Hit the third. Another nice play in the infield. This one by Jerry Perez over to LeBoy. So the left side of the English defense doing a nice job. Cadrain had an RBI single. Last time up, she's called it on strikes. Up and away for a ball. Cadrain is the catcher for the Revere Lady Patriots. And that's ball 4. So the walk extends the inning after 2 quick outs. Puts the tying run to first base with 2 outs. For Calderon, the left fielder, was fly to center and pop to short. High for a ball. Hit foul behind home plate. Evens the count at 1. Waves at that pitch for strike 2. Hit foul in the direction of the English bench. That's going to move the runner down. High for a ball. Hit foul past third base. Hit foul again. Strike three called. Good pitch. So Revere is down the fifth. They leave the tying run in scoring position. English still holding on to that 5-4 lead. The walk didn't hurt. And for English, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 to face Qualtrin in the bottom of the fifth inning. English holding on to the slim one-run lead, 5-4. They quickly got 3 in the first, 2 in the second. After Revere cut it to 3-2, the 2 in the second made it 5-2. And I have to apologize. I've lost track of the score. It's actually 5-5. Revere got a run in the second inning. And then they got 2 in the fourth. So it's actually 5-5 going into the bottom of the fifth. I apologize for that. I just happened to check my score sheet again. So we're dead even going into the bottom of the fifth. Javier Laboy reached on error and scored, bounced to the pitcher. 1 of 6 bounces to the pitcher. Qualtrin has made 6 assists. Hit foul out of play. So I apologize for that gaffe. I'm not even keeping track of my own score sheet. I forgot about the run in the third inning. Hit off the first baseman's glove. She hustled back. Casanello knocked it down, had to go get it, and then the foot race. She beat Laboy to the bag. So 1 up, 1 down. Lopez, the pitcher, singled in 2, and she bounced back to the pitcher her second time up. Popped up in foul territory. Castanella makes her second play in the inning. 2 away for Kate Johansson, who was walked, and one of those 6 that bounced back to the pitcher. Bounces in the dirt for ball 1. High for a ball. Swings to the pitch. It's 2-1. That runs the count to 3-1. Foul ball. Catcher was trying to find the ball at home plate. Payoff pitch up and coming. Hit right back to the pitcher. She makes another play. She's made 7 plays on the mound. English goes down 1-2-3. First 1-2-3 inning for either team. We've completed 5 here in this GBL battle, and we're deadlocked at 5, English and Revere. Top of the order in the 6th inning for Revere. Miranda has walked, grounded out short to first, getting an RBI, doubled and scored. Late swing on that pitch for strike 1. Hit over the second baseman's head for a base hit. So Revere has the leadoff hitter on. Second hit from Miranda. She's on for the 3rd time. Martelli has struck out, walked and scored. Tries the bunt and fouls it off. Hits it right by the pitcher. I think Lopez just saw her life flash in front of her. She just dragged her head out of the way. She went down to get it. It took a hop. It almost took her head off right over the second base bag. So Martelli couldn't get the bunt down. Instead, she gets a base hit into center field, and it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out for the pitcher, Qualtrin, who was reached on an error, singled and scored, grounded out short to first for an RBI. Well, she scored one and knocked in one. In for a strike. Down and in. Whitney gets to it quickly as it went off her glove. So Revere threatening in the 6, 2-1, nobody out in a 5-5 game. Nice play by the shortstop again. That looked like a base hit. She went to her right and picked it. Martinez has been outstanding at shortstop. One away for Doucette, who reached on the fielder's choice, struck out, singled in a run. Missing wide for a ball. Martinez has been very good at shortstop. Down and in for a ball. Bounces in. What a play by the second baseman. Kate Johansson with a dive. She picked it all outstretched, diving to get it, and picked it just before it hit the dirt. Two great plays in the infield. Those are two ESPN highlights. That was a great play by Kate Johansson, and they almost got the double play. So after two base hits, it looked like Revere had two more hits. Infield takes it away. Martinez with a great play. Now Johansson with a terrific play. Swing and a miss. Off the backstop, they're going to move up. So Revere's 60 feet away from breaking the tie with two outs. Call third strike. So Lopez says, I thank you for the great defense in the infield. I'll take care of it with a call third strike and leave the go-ahead runs at second and third. But two great plays in the infield by Martinez and Johansson after Revere got 2-1 with nobody out on consecutive base hits. They're shut down in the inning, and we're still tied at 5. Two great plays, and then the big strikeout. Seven strikeouts for Lopez. She got one in the first, 6 strikeouts. One in the first, one in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. She missed in the fifth, didn't get one in the fifth. Now comes back and gets one in the sixth. And it's a big one with second and third and 2 outs. And English will have 8, 9, and 1 to try and break the tie. They'd love to score here in the bottom of the 6th. Put Revere in a hole going into the 7th inning. And you make a big play defensively, you lead off the inning. This is Martinez, the shortstop. He has struck out and reached on an error. That one bounced to home plate. So it was the Revere bench up and streaming with 2 on and nobody out. Now it's the English bench rooting for a run or more. Hit high in the air to right field. It's dropped. Second time that Martinez's fly ball to right has been dropped. So English has the go-ahead run at first. Ariana Reynoso grounded to first and grounded to the pitcher. Off the catcher, the runner's going to go to second. So the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Lady Bulldogs. Taps it into center field. The runner didn't go. The runner had to worry whether the ball was caught or not. Just a little flare over the second base bag in the center field. Shortstop, second baseman both going for it. So they had to wait to see if it would be caught. So his runners at first and second with nobody out. This is what Revere did in the top of the inning. And they got shut down. English is hoping they can score. Pinero, the center fielder, has bounced to the pitcher, reached on error and scored, popped to the third baseman. Hit foul out of play. High for a ball. Cadran did a good job to go way up in the air to pick that one, not let it get to the backstop. High for a ball. That's ball 4 that loads the bases with nobody out. Kelsey McNeil struck out but reached when the ball went off the catcher's gloves. She scored, hit a 2-run home run, and reached on an error. She's been on base 3 times. Takes it high for a ball. English looking to break open this tie game. Off the catcher, here comes the runner from third, easily scoring. So Martinez scores. The runners move up to second and third. English breaks the tie. Waves at that pitch that was down and in. So McNeil obviously wants a base hit, but she's hoping that she can put the ball in play someplace and get at least one of the runs on, if not both the runs in. Nice stop by the catcher, Cadrain, on a pitch in the dirt. High off the catcher's glove, not far enough for anybody to go anywhere. Now we'll have a little committee meeting on the mound. Catcher came out first, thrown by everybody. That automatically brings a committee meeting out in the outfield. Outfielders get left out, so they join themselves, have their own committee meeting. Umpires just going out to start to break up the confab, and the players broke it up themselves. So English with a major threat. A run in, breaking the 5-5 tie. Second and third, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss for strike three. Autumn Whitney, the catcher, has walked, scored, fly to left, bounced to the pitcher. It's a solid shot by third base down the corner, extra bases. 2 runs are going to score. Whitney around second, on her way to third. She slides in with a triple. Two RBI. Those are huge. Three runs in the inning. A runner at third with 1 out for Jerry Perez, the third baseman. Line to the shortstop. He makes a great play. It'll turn into a double play. Terrific play. Diving Noriega to a right, dove and picked it for the out for a big play. And then the runner was off and running. And the inning ends when English puts 3 big runs on the board. They break the 5-5 tie, and they're 3 outs away from their first win of the season. They did it with 2 base hits. One of them was the triple by Whitney, knocking in 2 runs. A walk and an error help out. Both the walk and the error scored. Wild pitch helped bring it one of the 3. So they started the game with a 3-run inning. And now they're hoping they're closing it out with a 3-run inning here in the bottom of the 6th. And Revere is now down to their last 3 outs. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. For the Revere Patriots, who battled to a 5-5 tie through 6. They had 2 on with nobody out in the 6th inning. They eventually got up to second and third, but 2 big plays in the infield by Martinez and a huge play, a great play by Johansson, and then the big strikeout got English out of the inning. Nice play by the pitcher. Lopez got to it very quickly. Castanello got the bunt down. But Lopez helped herself with a very nice defensive play very quickly. Got the throw to LeBoy. One up, one down on one pitch. Noriega walked and scored, singled in a run. Last time she grounded out third to first. Hit it here. Coming on and making the play. Kelsey McNeil. Looked like it might be a base hit. So two nice defensive plays. English's defense has been strong, especially in these last two innings. Revere down to their last out. Cadrain, the catcher, singled in a run, struck out and walked. So she's been on twice with an RBI. And she needs to get on to keep Revere alive. Wide for a ball. Defense has been great. Martinez has been exceptional at shortstop. Johansson made that great play at second. And now McNeil makes the nice catch out in left field. Chased that pitch, hits it right to the first baseman for the third out, and English wins the game. A 1-2-3 inning. The English will get their first win of the season. They break the 5-5 tie, getting 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. They make outstanding defensive plays. Revere had 2 on, nobody out. Johansson made the great play at second. Martinez made a big play at short. McNeil makes a running catch in left field in the top of the 7th. And a 1-2-3 inning put on the board by Lopez, the pitcher. And English gets their first win. They go to 1-1. They got 3 runs in the first inning. After McNeil struck out, she reached when the ball got away from the catcher. She eventually scored when Perez struck out, but they didn't have to, but they threw the ball to first base, and McNeil was able to score from third. An outfield error kept the inning alive, and Lopez bounced a hit over the second baseman's head, a pop-up over the second baseman's head, knocking in 2. It was 3-0. Revere got 2 to make it 3-2 on an infield ground ball and an RBI single by Cadrain. It was 3-2. English got those 2 runs back. Pinero reached on an error, stole second, and then McNeil lined a shot by the left fielder all the way to the fence, turned into a 2-run home run. They had their 3-run cushion back at 5-2. Revere got a run back in the 3rd on an RBI single by Noriega. They tied the game up in the 5th. A double by Miranda, a walk, a wild pitch, a ground out, an RBI single by Doucette. It was 5-5. Revere got 2 on with nobody out in the 6th, and that's when the shortstop Martinez and the second baseman Johansson made their big defensive plays. Lopez got a strikeout to leave the runners at second and third, and it was still tied. And English went to work in the bottom of the 6th. Martinez's fly ball was dropped. She went to second on a wild pitch. Reynoso got a base hit. Pinero drew a walk to load the bases. A wild pitch scored Martinez, which turned out to be the winning run. And then went and out. Whitney drilled a line drive by the third baseman down the left field corner for a triple, knocking in 2 to make it 8-5. And that was the final score as English with the 3 runs wins it in the bottom of the 6th. And they get Revere 1-2-3 in the 7th. And they get their first win. They go 1-1. For English, Panero was on base twice, scored twice. Kelsey McNeil reached and scored, hit the 2-run home run. She scored twice, knocked in 2, was on base 3 times. Whitney had a walk and scored, tripled in 2 runs. Ariana LeBoy reached on error, scored a run. The pitcher, Janessa Lopez, was pitched very well. She also had a 2 RBI single. Kate Johansson on base with a walk, but made that huge defensive play, picking a line drive with 2 on base. Angela Martinez was on base twice, reaching on errors, scored the run that turned out to be the winning run, and she made the outstanding defensive play at shortstop. And Ariana Reynoso got a base hit and scored a run in the 6th inning to put that lead up to 3 runs, which made the difference, and English wins the game. Revere will go to 0-2. English will go to 1-1 as they win it. A nice job on the mound by Lopez. Excellent defense all the way around. At third base, Perez. Shortstop, Martinez. Second base, Johansson. And LeBoy was the anchor at first, doing the job. And behind the plate, it was Whitney doing a very good job. So, and then McNeil with her nice catch in the outfield. So, good defensive effort by the Bulldogs. Timely hitting, good base running. And they win it by a score of 8-5 over Revere. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.